It's a winder? Spring grip. Wow.
There are no batteries.
Definitely not a digital camera. I'm ready, sorry, sir. It's whatever we're doing.
Yeah, it must be SCLY.
That mouse doesn't work.
Was that the startup noise?
Yes, it was the startup noise. Phase 1's complete.
Messing with me, man.
I'm messing with you. Well, I'm saying he
So who's that computer's output wasn't
So is this soon to
Well,
be
I
featured
don't
in
know.
the K-Rack
We put
show?
a different cable
I
on
thought
it.
about it for maybe a show bump.
It's gotta be.
Actually, I was trying to play one of the first part of what I'll do is play some Converse music because it sounds so awesome on that synthesizer. I mean, it'll sound like you probably never heard.
Yeah, dude.
We got a class next door, though.
Where?
Right next door. It's Adrian Dickrider's got a class next door to us. Adrian does. There's a 1325 class next door. ITNW 1325.
This is 10. I've been waiting for this for a year.
Over a year.
More than a year.
I've been waiting for it for over a year anyway.
Too low contrast. Let me see if I
It's
can
the
get
MB6852 project?
Yeah.
Based on
658.
based on midi box?
Now you're hot.
Kind of struggled with the actual board schematic.
So you're playing the SID tune from the keyboard or from the laptop?
No, actually, it's really cool. The guy that wrote the firmware for that patched the version of SID Play for emulated in Commodore to actually send MIDI out.
See, that's live out of this camera right here.
Commercially available.
So that everybody can see that. It's like camera around here.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So the laptop's playing the SID tune, or the MIDI tune, MIDI out
Right.
to the...
And if you listen, you can actually hear it.
You can actually see it on the screen over there, guys.
Oh, man.
You like maybe knock out half the lights? Yeah. LEDs are like the best part. You can't really see that too
Oh,
well.
you got the video camera on it. The clacking noise is John's film camera.
Yeah, so this is just the beginning.
All right.
This is what Commodores can normally do. Nothing. Nothing.
Sits in their glory.
Yeah, that's just two of them right now.
I gotta get a close up.
Stereo.
All of this for Commodore music, this is just too awesome.
That's just the first step. We got, where's Terry Recorder?
So for those of us late to the party, can you like explain the whole background or the history here of the project? Or
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
I've only just now heard of this. I didn't know you were doing this a year.
Yeah, so I've been tracking this since, God, I was in like a freshman, sophomore in high school. So a gentleman called Thorsten Close, I think he's from Finland or something like that. He wrote way back in the day before I thought physical computing was really popular. He basically wrote firmware for the PIC that could actually control the sound interface device, which is the Commodore SID chip. And he did that, I assume, because the actual commercially available synthesizers were really expensive and they really didn't do a whole lot. They were like all super amazing. And so he's been doing that. I mean, I don't want to date myself, so I won't. I'll just say in high school, I was interested, and I've been tracking it ever since, and it's been slowly evolving into what it is today. Yeah.
In the opposite sense as
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, I've been interested in it for years. I just never had the financials or the time to actually build one. And recently I got back into it a couple years ago, and it turned into that, and I just started working on it. The cool thing is, this is probably their claim to fame for the mini box, but there's also all kinds of stuff you can make with PIC, and now they switched to ARM for their main core. So you can do sequencers, you can do MIDI control interfaces like these knobs and stuff. You can make an FM synthesizer, which might be next if I can get my surface mount soldering good to go. That's hard because I have to harvest the FM chips off of the Sound Blaster and then resolder it back on. It's 3 chips.
I'll show you some tricks.
Yeah, well, I'm going to need that for the USB stuff. The next thing I'm going to do actually is making a 4x4 USB in-out rack mount thing. This is another kit. In any case, this is basically what it turned out to be. It took me 2 years, and essentially it's 8 Commodore SID chips in 4 stereo pairs. And I'm passively mixing it out right now, so I just rebooted it.
Oops. And the SIDs are a precious resource because Moss
Yeah, no kidding.
is out of business. They don't make the chips anymore. They own the rights. So
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
find old 64s
Well,
and.
You know, it's funny because there's a guy in Australia that has the 658.2s. That's why I called the synthesizer that. It's the last revision that I'm aware of the SID chip, which is based off the 8580. So it's the one with the deeper resonance, and kind of filtering. And there's a couple bugs in 658.1 vision that fixed. And he found new old stock. He's been finding it for years. I don't know how many SIDs he's sold to people, and he still has them. So I have a feeling I don't know if he's using some strange manufacturer that's like building. I don't know.
China.
They just keep popping out. I think those ships in Taiwan actually. But
Well,
who knows?
Taiwan, Korea, China.
Yeah, that's what I think he's doing. I could be wrong. I'm just saying the schematics are out there.
Just say
You
Asian.
should have date codes on the chips themselves.
Well, yeah, I probably should look at I have a couple extras.
Not
I
if they're
put
fake.
heatsink on top of these ones, so you can't just pop it off and look at it. So, 'cause they get kind of warm. There's a kind of debate upon how hot it's supposed to get, but I have a heatsink, and actually I forgot to start it. I have a fan, but it's only 5 volts, and the fan I have is running. It's supposed to run at 12, so it doesn't actually get started. I have to like kickstart it when I start it up.
It's a quiet fan.
It is very quiet. I will give it that.
We don't
Anyway,
want to
these-
distort the music.
These are a couple of my favorite SIDs. The thing is that, like I said, the guy that wrote the firmware patched the version of SID Play on the Mac to output to MIDI. So I've spent way too much time just looking at the truckload of SIDs that are out in the wild. So there's this place called the High Voltage SID Collection. It's like every SID known to man, including ones from 2009. They still make them. They're like for competition.
Hey, you're talking about the actual tunes, right?
Yeah, actual tunes from 2009. I mean, they keep churning them out for competitions and stuff. And it's like every SID that everybody knows about. And the thing is, if you consider the SID's, 16K, that's kind of pushing it, probably less on average. The actual distribution of all those SIDs is like 70 megabytes.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
No, that's not that. That's
this?
also something he's
Oh,
got
that,
here.
oh, that's the camera.
Oh.
There's your camera.
Just move the focus or something. There you go.
There you go. All right, I might need to hook that up. So, I guess that's phase one. I really want to show the lights. Anybody mind if we turn the lights on?
There's no way okay, find a way to do it. I don't know.
Everybody say real still.
Oh yeah.
Don't move.
Those. Gotcha.
No, but this backlight should be shut in. I went over there and tried it.
Yeah,
I
we've
did.
gone through all the iterations.
All right. Well, no worries.
Put a piece of cardboard in front of the motion sensor.
Twist
They're
the
either
tube.
off or they're either on or they're auto.
Man, that's annoying.
Put your hand over it, and that way it'll think there's nobody here.
Electrical tape.
There you go. Some electrical tape.
Yes.
No, it's not the light shining on that. It's it's the light available.
Oh, but he has a good point. If you could reduce the glare, it wouldn't be so bad. You know, you can kind of see him.
Are those functioning as GPU meters right now?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
multi-purpose.
Oh yeah. Yeah. you
What
see-
other? How else can you control them?
Well, for when you're just playing SID tunes, nothing. This is what you get. You can't really do anything. But if you're actually using it as a synthesizer, which I can do, it's a downside when you stop playing. It holds the note. So I got to do a little switcheroo here.
What's in the translucent box?
That's my power supply, actually. Instead of using a Commodore power supply, I just had so much bad luck with them.
Yeah.
Mostly because I shorted components. I just said, man, I can't handle this anymore. I'll just build my own. And that was actually a big part of designing this whole thing, was getting that damn thing to work. I learned a few things though, so it was good. Functional experiment.
Dissipation is important.
Yeah, I learned that. Started melting components. Actually, I'll first take the top off. First. Oops. Okay, sweet. So I tried to spend as much time as I could getting something together. So